They say the devil doesn't always knock in the dead of night or ride in storms. Sometimes he, or perhaps she, arrives with the scent of grilled meat and the gentle hush of twilight in the quiet settlement of Dustwell Junction, where red dust cloaked every tree and barefoot children chased lizards between huts. The days were slow, and the people were slower. It was a place forgotten by the world, but held together by whispers, family grudges, and village meetings that never solved anything. One evening, just as the sun dipped behind the spine of the hills, she appeared, a hunched woman wearing a faded headscarf and an apron so stained it could tell stories of its own. No one saw her arrive, no car, no bicycle, no footsteps in the red sand. She was just there. She set up a small grill at the junction where the footpath met the road. It was an old rusty thing, propped up by bricks and fueled by firewood and dried palm bark. But she added something else to her fire, small bones, strange ones, white and brittle, that cracked oddly when the flames licked them. The meat she cooked, glorious. It sizzled and popped, releasing a fragrance that wrapped around your throat and pulled you toward her. People swore it smelled like childhood memories and forbidden pleasures rolled into one. She didn't call out like the market women. She didn't shout suya or wave her hands. She just whispered, "Come eat. It's for the empty." And they came. The first bites. The first to try was a stubborn old bachelor named Kawu who didn't trust anything free, but he couldn't resist the smell. One bite, and he didn't just finish the skewer. He licked his fingers clean, chewed the stick, and asked if he could buy the recipe. She smiled, but didn't answer. Then came Mama BC, a well known food vendor whose jollof rice fed half the village. She laughed at the grill at first, but after her first bite, she closed her shop for 2 days, claiming she was spiritually full. Word spread fast. Every evening, people gathered. Strangers from neighboring towns came, men with motorbikes, women with crying babies, children with eyes wide open. And still, Auntie Vero gave the meat out for free. No money, they'd asked. No price, she'd whisper. Just hunger. But her fire never ran out. Her meat never finished. And her eyes, sharp as cracked glass, watched everything. Whispers and warnings. Soon the town elders began to worry. Chief Ogunlai, the oldest man in Dustwell Junction, summoned a meeting under the baobab tree. "This woman is not from here," he said. "She has no family. She attends no church. She lives nowhere. Yet every day her meat multiplies. It is unnatural." "She's feeding people," countered Ajoke, a single mother who said Auntie Vero's food had cured her child's cough. "Is it a crime to feed the hungry?" "But at what cost?" murmured Reverend Caleb, the town's preacher. "There is power in food, and spirits do not give without taking." The murmurs turned to suspicions, yet no one could resist the grill, not even the Reverend himself. That week, he was seen at the junction, biting into a piece of meat with tears streaming down his cheeks. He didn't speak for 2 days afterward. The man who proposed. One night, during Harmattan, a retired teacher named Mr. Tayo stopped by. He was a well respected man, known for teaching generations in the village. He was also very married. He took one bite, then two. By the third, he dropped to his knees in the dust and declared, "Auntie Vero, be my wife." His wife, standing just beside him, gasped, but he didn't even look at her. His eyes were glazed over, staring into something unseen. When they tried to pull him up, he sobbed and clung to Auntie Vero's feet. The next day, his wife left him. "He's still single now," they say. "Who is she? No one ever saw where she went after the grill cooled. She didn't live in any house. No hut claimed her. Children swore they saw her vanish into smoke. But children say many things. Others claimed they followed her one night and found nothing, just footprints in the sand that ended suddenly. Some said she was a wandering widow. Some believed she was the spirit of the forest, but old Iya Temi, the village herbalist, had a different tale. I've seen her kind before, she said one day as she pounded herbs. They come when hunger is loudest. They feed the body to still the spirit. The question is not what she gives, but what she takes. Still, no one listened. The meat was too good. Confessions by firelight. One by one, people started confessing strange things while eating. Bode, a young man, once whispered mid bite that he had stolen his brother's lamb papers. Ngozi, a girl barely 16, suddenly shouted that she was pregnant with her pastor's baby. Even the police constable, a strict man known as Officer Rufus, sobbed over her fire one night, confessing he had framed the boy for theft just to settle an old grudge. It was as if a food uncloaked truth, like it peeled the soul bare. And still they came, still she grilled, still her meat never ran out. The night of the ashes, it was the night before the village festival. The elders, now panicking, demanded that the grill be shut down. She brings shame, they shouted. She brings madness. So a group of young men, bold and stupid, decided to destroy the grill. They waited until her stool was empty and the fire had cooled. Then, just before midnight, they gathered with water, bricks, even kerosene. But when they approached the grill, it was cold. No smoke, no fire, just bones, glowing faintly, as if lit from within. One of the boys, Lekan, touched one. It crumbled into ash and flew straight into his mouth. He screamed and collapsed. By morning, he had no memory of who he was. He called himself Dust and kept asking for the food that sings. No one touched the grill again. And then she was gone. One day, the grill didn't light up. No smell, no fire, no antiviral, just wind. People waited, some for hours, but she never returned. Some say she moved to another village. Some say she was a spirit, done with her task. Others say she lives beneath Dustwell Junction now, feeding the soil with secrets. The old grill rusted in place for months. Eventually, vines grew over it. Children told stories about it at night, daring each other to touch it. No one ever did. But some nights, on rare, still evenings, when the moon is high and the wind is thick with memory, some villagers swear they can smell it again, that smoky, sinful scent. They say it makes your mouth water and your sins rise to your throat. And if you listen closely, just closely enough, you might hear a whisper, come meet, it's for the empty.